Ben Sebastian here, curator of the Sonic Symphonic podcast and composer of the Kalasin series of albums. Episode 3 came out yesterday, and if you haven't heard it already, do check it out after this video. And if you have, you will already know the name Hartlight, as I introduced the band there first. And today I'm going to expand on this sonic duo and their EP called From Midland and Beyond. The duo in question are Noemi and Adrien Duado, both names I'd urge you to familiarise yourself with and keep an eye out for, as I suspect their popularity will increase if this release is anything to go by. With regards to this harmonious showcase of a unique array of coupledom talent, it's better I give you what I believe is the track most indicative of their diversity, even if it's out of sync with the EP play order. I have a responsibility to keep you hooked as a curator, have I not? So without further ado, I present their third track from the EP, called The Eclipse.
By the revenge of a banished friendship, buried under the rubble, the betrayal night, a king that splits the unhealthy sky and saves them from this deadly grief. Branded by the red abyss of hate, they're hunted and harassed in pain. The sleeping monster calls for revenge when the land cries for
Gothic church organ sound kicking off the beginning, Noemi's grand entrance, a piercing power metal scream, then into grandiose combination of choirs, blast beats, down-tempo piano and melodious vocals swaying and swooning. This is a track that pulls you to and fro in an almost progressive and most certainly orchestral fashion. There's some amazing discordant semi-tonal unsettlement coupled with a growl or two for Adrian. No doubt a victory roar for pulling off such a wondrous orchestration. And that's what he is, a score wizard and master orchestrator of the highest order. And then post-guitar solo, all these elements are pulled together as this track capitulates to its ending. As a vocalist, there are huge demands in this piece, and they are met perfectly. The Eclipse there. Out of breath, you'd better be, and there's no time to catch it as we leap from one grandiose stratosphere to another as we journey on into the realm of the elves.
Peace forsaken life.
What an awesomely epic track. Let me hit pause. Catchy as hell. All the stops, starts, breaks, breakdowns, high, lows, choruses, solos, all in the right places. And again, Noemi is smashing it with her vocal diversity, choral clarity, and tactile tonality. I absolutely love it. I love the arpeggiations in this piece. One feels that one is racing somewhere, and it would be a dangerous track to listen to on a motorbike, I can tell you, especially when that classic rock breakdown kicks in, and then, oh my god, the guitar solo. Into the Realm is poised to be a soundtrack to several traffic violations for sure. Now, forgive me, in all the excitement I've overlooked a point of seriousness and dedication. This EP is in fact a tribute EP to a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Kentaro Miura called Berserk. My last foray into anything manga related was Ghost in the Shell, and that would have been in the early 90s, so I won't profess to know anything about any of this. But for those who do, then perhaps this is something worth looking into as well. Is it something I may check out in my free time, if there is such a thing? I'll leave a couple of links below too. Now you're settled into what I hope is an enjoyable video journey into the Heartlight sonics there, it's time for what is actually the opening track to the EP, the Merrow's Chant.
Over the seas, they have said to finally find the island of home. They will slay armies and gods, conquer the waves, break all the rocks that will fall along their way. Welcome, she reaches the treachery shore. We forgot some place
but no less dynamic, and Noemi's vocals are even more crystal clear, as that less speedy environment naturally allows for space for, again, catchy choruses, and the guitar solo is allowed to just wander off and do its thing, and Adrian there unleashing his inner John Petrucci. And the whole arrangement has, to me, a more of a Nightwish feel to it, more so than the other tracks. The thing with this EP is that it's so hard to pick a favourite here, as they are all unique in their own way, but at the same time, so authentically indicative of two immense talents being true to themselves and their individual and combined sense of self and combined expression. I'm going to close up, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. But I'm closing up with the track that introduced me to Heartlight, and so ending the awesome experience that has been from Midland and Beyond is their single release, Be Blessed. to love this band, not to love these awesome vocals, not to love this beautiful music and orchestration. Heartlight, links below.